Hi, my name is Charles Glenn. This is my first YouTube video on my channel, Glenn Forge. Today I'm going to be talking about the forge in the town that I grew up in, Willow Forge. It is owned by my mentor who taught me everything that I know, Dan Tokar. I'm going to be talking to Dan and asking him some questions about his career and what he's done. And I've worked at this forge for quite a long time. I've been to a couple other forges. I'm kind of in a journeyman stage of my blacksmithing career, but this is the forge where I was inspired to do this as blacksmithing as a career. And by the end of the video, we'll have something to show you guys that me and him worked on as we're talking to him, and you can maybe see a little bit of the process and the dynamic of a shop. What exactly do you do here? What can you make? What can you do?
I'm actually pretty mercenary in the metalworking trade. I've made all sorts of things over the years. As they say, needles to ship anchors. Railings, gates, sign brackets, hinges, hardware for houses, swords, knives, battle axes. I have made all sorts of things. This is, again, 43 years of making things, so at some point I have made one of just about everything. I even shod a motorcyclist one. Shod is the right word. Shod put a steel plate on one of his boots so that he could go around corners.
What's the biggest thing you've made so far, or thing you've worked on? Like, what's the most
biggest
ambitious
thing would be driveway gates, probably, if you want to say as a single object. I mean, I've worked on a steamboat, which is pretty big, but it was all small parts to a steamboat.
Was that the Rumsey? Yep, the Rumsey one.
Yeah. I helped build the engine, some of the hardware.
That's awesome. And you worked on the clock tower in Shepherdstown. I went up there with you. That was an interesting little escapade.
Yeah. I used to keep the McMurrin Hall tower clock running. They've got somebody else doing that now.
What's the most interesting blade you've ever made, or sword? What stood out to you the most? Because I know you've made European. I know you know how to make katanas.
I've done some Japanese things. I've done pattern welded sort of Viking Norse kinds of things, Bronze Age things. I mean, Bronze Age swords are kind of cool.
Yeah, you did a Spartan sword.
We got the one blade sitting back there against the wall. That's a copy of sword, Ewart Park sword from about 1100 BC, something like that. And I've chopped a tree down with that thing. So, just because it's made out of bronze doesn't mean that it isn't a good sword.
Yeah, that's very nice. That's awesome.
It's kind of like, you can think of it like cooking. That just like you get tired of eating the same things all the time, there's enough different kinds of work that you keep it mixed up so that 1 week you're making blades, 1 week you're making parts for musical instruments, another week you're restoring antique house parts, hardware, architectural things. Week after that, it might be doing museum work or restorations on antiques. Just about anything you could think of made out of metal back in the day.
So today we're going to be making a knife. That's like a more standard size knife, just something simple. It might be a little interesting to see the process of us making. This would be about the size of the knife that we would be making. So.
Yes, and we're going to use high quality materials, this tire iron. Everybody has seen a tire iron. They have a real good idea of what a tire iron is. So let's make a knife out of a tire iron.
I'm going to be very interested to see how you manage to
you can take your tire off and kill zombies. It's a multi-purpose tool.
Yes.
You could kill zombies with it before you put the knife on the other end.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a utility knife, basically, in a sense, except a tire iron, and
works for me. Okay, well, the first thing is you've got to put it in the fire. These things do work better when they're hot. So we'll get it hot. All right. So I've got a coal-fired forge here, very traditional, a hand-cranked blower. Something that a lot of people use electric blowers. Oh, this is also, know, in the old days when they either thought that we made a deal with the devil or thought that we were somehow hooked into the mystic and divine, it was that whole thing of transformational stuff. The blacksmiths turn things from one thing to another. If you take rocks and turn them into metal, it looks like magic to everybody else in the village. They either like it or get scared about it and have the two normal human reactions of either wanting to burn you at the stake or give you all their gold. For some strange reason, all your gold part of it seems to not happen as often as burning you at the stake. But anyway. Now we're going to turn that tapered square into edges by tilting it a bit. And you begin to see how we're getting a double edge kind of shape. But it's rolled off enough, so we need to keep working. Let me do one more on to establish a nice edge.
Okay, cool. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, don't worry about anything. I'll help him. That's probably good.
Keeping a center line down the center of the blade is part of the hard part of this. Getting too cool. But you can see we've got kind of a double-edged blade, and I can straighten that out. And then we'll get Charlie in here. Of course, I'll make it in the middle. Yeah, we have kind of a nice little blade going there. And normally I don't take it down to an actual edge because you do enough grinding and shaping afterwards. You have to get through the scale and the irregularities, so you need enough material to make a nice smooth shape. But you could probably continue the edges down a little bit, or we could start with the other tire iron.
Again, thank you very much for having us here.
Sure.
Do you have any social media or anything? I believe you have your own YouTube channel.
Yes, I do have my own YouTube channel. You can just look for Daniel Tokar on YouTube, and you'll see my videos. The Willow Forge is the name of this place, but so if you search either for Daniel Tokar or the Willow Forge, it should turn up. I've got a website where you can see some pictures of the work. And who knows, you might like something.
Absolutely, yes. Please check him out, guys. He's a wonderful blacksmith. He's been doing this for a very long time. He's very interesting. He has a lot to teach and a lot to offer. I hope you enjoyed this first video that I did. This was a lot of fun. I thought this would be a great idea to review shops, and I hope you found this very interesting. And I do plan to be doing this more. So if you happen to also have any suggestions for other forges or other shops, even maker spaces, please comment down in the comment section below. I'd be happy to take any suggestions. Please like, comment, and subscribe.